over the beach for the Sunday show.
Oh yeah.
She's graduating from dental school that weekend, so Friday, Saturday are around. So I'm skipping Andrews and go down to Warburg.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, high and to your left, accelerating to over a speed of over 400 miles per hour, the North American P-51 Mustang Crazy Horse. A Crazy Horse is actually a TF-51 Mustang, which was the last designation given to the Mustang series and stands for Trainer Fighter, which means it's a dual-control, dual-cockpit aircraft. So it's got 2 seats in it. We do a lot of training and orientation flights down in Kissimmee, Florida. Crazy Horse actually flies in the color of the 487th Fighter Squadron, the 352nd Fighter Group, which was based out of Osh, Belgium in 1944. And they were actually called the Blue-Nosed Bastards of Fire. Downline and completes his loop, he will once again take the Mustang into the vertical for the Cuban 8. The majority of the P-51 Mustangs that are flying today is the famous Rolls-Royce Merlin engine. It is actually a 1,650 cubic inch, 12-cylinder inline power plant that produces just under 1,750 horsepower. The Mustangs were designed to be a fighter escort that could stay with the bombers deep into enemy territory, which at that time was taking very heavy losses each day. Bomber crews actually nicknamed the Mustangs Little Friends. Repositioning for his next maneuver of the barrel roll. Capability of a Mustang with aircraft such as the ME-109, the Fokker 190, and the Japanese Zero. They could outturn the Mustang in a dogfight, but they could never come close in a match in the vertical arena. Even though over 15,000 Mustangs were produced, there are only approximately 165 still flying throughout the world today.
Was able to get that during his estate auction.
Better see the road from the heat coming on.
The next maneuver that Lee's going to set up for is coming in for is the inverted pass. Due to the oil pressure system on the aircraft, the airplane can only be inverted for 10 seconds at a time. Let's see how long Lee holds his today, especially on such a beautiful day as today, right?
Yeah, I can only imagine. I was up in London, Ontario one day, and then with a van one time. And we were out there on Monday, and we were the only people on the ramp. And they put us out on the taxiway and said, don't go anywhere. We said, as long as you're here, we'll go around. And Marine family from Washington,
About 7 or 8. How about you? Setting up now, Lee will come in for a 4-point hesitation roll. As he is re-maneuvering for that, let me tell you a little bit more about Lee himself. Lee was born in Toledo, Ohio, and began flying Mustangs in 1977. Today, Lee has amassed over 8,000 hours in the P-51, as well as accumulating time on most other vintage Allied fighters. Now, for many years, Lee was the chief pilot for golfer and businessman Mr. Arnold Palmer, as well as being a civilian instructor for the Navy Test Pilot School at Pax River in Maryland. Currently, Lee is the chief flight instructor and demonstration pilot for Mustang 51 Corporation of Kissimmee, Florida, as well as one of the 9 civilian pilots for the United States Air Force Heritage Flight Program that you will have the pleasure of witnessing very shortly. Now what you're seeing today, starting with Lee's performance, is actually a collection of air power, starting with the P-51 Mustang. Next in line will be the F-4 Phantom. Third will be the A-10 Warthog, and then final will be the F-15 Strike Eagle team. And then after that, they will come in for the United States Air Force Heritage Flight Program, which is actually one of my favorites because you'll see all four of them in formation, all together. Coming in for the 8-point. Now as Lee repositions, grab those cameras of yours as Lee is coming in to bring the Mustang in close for the photo pass.
It's funny, the oldest airplane, when it flies first, so you see you go up there and just cut the picture down the lead and just hang out.
Now if you've ever wondered about flying a P-51 Mustang and whether or not you can do so, that's the type of aircraft we have. It's a dual control, dual cockpit, so you get to fly the aircraft over 95% of the time down at our facility in Kissimmee, Florida, Stallion 51. So if you want to check out the website, it's www.stallion51.
Gentlemen, we're approximately 22 minutes away from the United States Air Force Thunderbirds taking the field. Mr. Rob Holland will be front and center here in just a moment. His presentation of the FX